I know you were probably lip reading there, but welcome to Wild Earth Safari this afternoon, and welcome to Djuma Game Reserve. My name is Mark with Cat on Camera, and we're heading out for our PM Safari. Hope you're going to join us, hope you're going to have some fun, and hope we're going to see some wonderful things. Let's go see what we can find. Where should we go? Twin Dams to start. I would say that's a good idea. Keep the sun behind us for a while. Maybe come back to this part of the world when the sun's getting a little bit lower. Like a fairly fresh elephant dung. Well, welcome back everyone. Welcome back to our PM Safari. Seems to be good for now. We're on Warburg's Road, heading down to Twin Dams Road, and we're going to make our way south. See what we can find near Twin Dams, Chelapan. This is a route that some lion took last night. There are a couple of big males that were here. I think 3, could have been only 2. Looks like there were at least 3 sets of tracks, unless one doubled back and came back again. About as close as they got to Gowrie Dam, and they're down in the road over here and then headed south and crossed south before most of us were out on drive, I think. Either that or we were all looking at wild dog this morning when these lion were walking down towards Twin Dams and Baboon Pan. Lovely afternoon today. Hot summer's day, partly cloudy. Clouds actually burning away. It was a lot more cloudy earlier. Looking good. I'd say we could do with a bit of rain overnight or something, outside of drive time of course. Lovely big Nyala bull. Oh, we know that Nyala bull too. He's the one that's got that really badly torn left ear. It's not doing him any harm. He seems to be functioning quite well like that, but we have seen him near camp. Well, we've seen him in camp actually. We've seen him around the dam a lot. We've seen him up on the open area near camp. Gives us an idea of the different areas that he travels in. A lot of the Nyala at the moment in this heat tend to prefer the thicker bush. They come out in the open in the dry season. Standing quietly in the shade, chewing his cud. I don't see any others, but that doesn't mean there aren't any around. Hiding his face. Thinking Nyala probably about the 4th largest antelope we get here after kudu, wildebeest, waterbuck. Tail looks like it's got a kink in it. Hello, Mr. Nyala. Oh, let's leave him be. He's in the deep shade. Let's see what else we can find. Bye. Quite remarkable how things are drying up. Almost overnight the grasses are yellow. A lot of the little mud pans have dried up completely. They just dry dust bowls. As this heat saps away the energy from things, evaporates the water. Well, we've got large male giraffe tracks. Not very fresh. I think that must be the bull that we saw in the open area a few nights ago. The big giraffe bull. Heading south to look for some company. Some giraffe company, no doubt. Buffalo tracks. Ride down in the riverbed for a few meters, for 100 yards or so. Very deep hole here that elephants have dug. You can't really see it from this angle. But we also wouldn't be able to show you how deep it is because the camera would have to be directly above it. But I reckon I could put my arm down there right up to the shoulder. And it's only about, well, less than a foot in diameter. It's an elephant digging down, getting water. Fresh water. What happens is the water seeps into the hole through the sand and almost, well, not almost, but it does. It filters that water. And we all know that elephants like to drink pretty fresh water rather than brown, brackish. There's been quite a few elephant down here in the last few days. A lot of tracks of varying ages. There's some semi-fresh tracks. A few bird tracks on top of it. Well, with a lot of elephant in the area, let's hope we can find some this afternoon. Okay, what's this buffalo thorn? Oh, there's another Nyala bull. Well, there was. And a Nyala and an Impala ram. I wonder what they've been discussing. Now this Nyala bull is actually displaying. I don't know if he's displaying to me. Surely not. You can only see the back of him. Ah, there's another ram in there. I mean bull. Two Nyala bulls. I'm going to try and climb up onto the bank here so we can get to see them. This is actually quite interesting because this is how Nyala bulls square off against each other. So let's see if we can somehow get up here and get a closer look at this. Can't see much, the grasses are quite long. I can make out the one bull on the left, but it's hard to see the other bull. We have somewhat disturbed them, but I'll get back to it in a sec, I'm sure. Almost like dogs, how they, and cats, the way they raise the hair on the back of their, well, along their spine. Except the Nyala is actually designed for that. He's got very long mane all the way down the spine that he raises. Unfortunately, it's pretty dense here. Grasses are very long, we can't really see what is going on. But the bull that we're looking at, if I can somehow make it out here, lifting his tail now, spreading it very, very wide. I think the other bull's ignoring it completely, he's just feeding. We're not going to see much, I'm afraid. Not in this terrain. Also, he's now gone behind a tree. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to move on. I can try and move in here, but that's just going to disturb them because that's going right towards them. We can try. Yeah, can't see what's going on. We could possibly try going around the bend in the river and coming in from the other side. That might be an option. But this is not going to show. Or we just wait until... Is he moving? Isn't he moving? No, he's not really moving. Okay. Try this from a different angle. be nice to be able to see this. The last time I saw it, it was getting a little bit dark. The picture was quite dark. We were on the open area next to Chuma Waterhole in front of the lodge. And it was perfect because it was in the open. Very slowly here. I'm not too sure what's hidden in these grasses in the way of holes and trees. Oops, what was that? Wow, can you see that? These nyala a bit of time to do something different, go somewhere. You can't see it yet. This is the egg case of a praying mantis. A very large one of the very large green mantids. It's a fairly freshly laid egg case, and it'll probably be here throughout the dry season, only hatching in the springtime. And just above it, under a leaf here, a mating pair of net-winged beetles. Oh, sorry, cat. Didn't realize. Okay, there we go. Entered egg case. Let's see if we can get to those nyala. Can't believe the numbers of grasshoppers at the moment. Very similar to last year. There are grasshoppers for Africa, almost swarming proportions. Well, we've come around the other side of the Leadwood, and one of the nyala just feeding. I can see him just to my left. Can't see this other bull who was doing the threatening posture. Oh, he's gone. So they've moved on from each other right now. This is a much bigger bull. Sorry, young man. So, okay, not gonna happen. Sorry. Cat underneath the water tree. Okay, I'm going to leave them be because they're just not happy with me right now. Both going into thicker bush. See if I can get out of here somehow. Something. There's a hint of something big and grey out near Philemon's cut line. We might go and look there. Actually, there was talk of big and grey with very, very small big and grey thing. It's almost like a deja vu moment. So, almost it is. My name is Mark, Cat's on camera, Craig is in final control, Pete Bright is on standby, and well, this is Djuma Game Reserve here in South Africa. Earlier on we were trying to get a view of a pair of Nyala bulls that were squaring off against each other. The grasses were very long, it was down in the riverbed. Didn't really work too well because we could just see the back of one of them. The other one was completely obscured by bushes and grasses. I tried to get into a different angle, and by the time I managed to get around a clump of bushes, the two had separated already, and then, well, nothing really happened other than something technical. So we're going to head down towards Philemon's Dip instead. We were on Twin Dams Road. There was a tentative plan to go down towards Twin Dams. I'm still planning on doing that, short of some other huge distraction. So let's go look for a huge distraction. And I've got a funny feeling it might be this way. Dove. Hi everybody, and welcome back. We've been sorting things out here on the Gunda, and we're ready to go again. Hope you're going to join us. Let's see what we can find. We are going to go and look for some elephant that were found. I believe with a very young one. Somewhere up there. But I'm also trying to monitor one of the other radio stations. I mean, channels. Radio station. Welcome back to Wild Earth Safari, and my name is Mark, coming to you from Djuma Game Reserve in the Sabi Sands. Cat on camera. Always like to see a cat when we got cat on camera. Two different kind of cats on the same sighting. Oh. while we're waiting for a vehicle to come by, we're going to move off the road slightly. Okay. Look at that. The first time I've come through Philemon's Dip in quite some time, and there's no water here. But there is a giant lion print. I don't know if we're going to be able to... not going to be able to see it too well. One of the lion that came by last night put his foot in the mud, and it sank quite deep in. But you have to see it from directly above to be able to get an idea. I don't know if we'll see it from this angle. Well, that one on the edge there. Ordinarily I'd get out and show you, but it's very soft mud that. I'd have loved to have seen the lion here last night. Look at that, there we go. Lion track, deep in the mud. I wonder what went through his mind when he suddenly got a paw full of mud. I can just imagine him shaking the paw off and wearing this mud sock all the way up to quarantine. A few minutes ago I did hear some mention of 3 Machinga lions on the radio. When I was looking at these tracks this morning, I saw tracks of 3 males. To get an idea of where they are. They evidently crossed south at Twin Dams, Baboon Pan. Strange feeling something's happening on Gowrie Main. We need to try and get down there at some stage. First, we're on Philemon's Cut Line. We're heading west, and we're going to go towards Zoe's Road Junction. Follow up on some elephant that were in the area earlier today. Depending on how fast they move and what they've been feeding on,
determine how far they've gone from wherever they were. Must have been here somewhere. Smell fresh dung. Might have to come back this way just to look at tracks. And I'm going to just see if they haven't gone through towards Zoe's Road, perhaps. Henry, come in. No, not cropping you. I'll try again later. Oh well. I wonder where they could have gone. I'm going to probably have to go back and have a look around for some tracks. There was an area next to the road where they'd been feeding on a marula tree. And the other telltale sign with the vehicle tracks that had gone off and back onto the road. My guess is I'm just going to try and rule out that they came this way. thinking maybe they were heading south. And this was one of the groups that were around this morning in the west.
North.
West. I think we better go and do Gary Main, because if they crossed over, crossed Philemon's cut line and they are heading south, then we'll catch them on Gary Main. But there's no sign of them up this way. I wonder if we should try Gary Main or maybe Spum Road first. Better go and rule out Gary Main first. Closer to Gary Main than it was to Shabam Road. I'm ascertained that the Machinga lines are between Torchwood and Coral. News is that these three Machinga lions are following a breeding herd of buffalo. Sorry, Roller, I know you just landed there. And I'm wondering if it's not maybe the same herd that Patrick saw yesterday. It's possible they were all at Buffelshoek Dam. They would have just had to head east from where they are now, I guess, and would bring them out more or less to where I think the lion are hunting them. Well, I don't know if they're hunting them, they're following them, that's for sure. Okay, well, let's see. Bum Road. And it would be nice if we can catch these elephants going down towards Treehouse Dam. So, I wonder. Here's Karula's tracks. She's gone south. I'm just going to check, see if she's gone in at Little Gari or she's... Yeah, there we go. Or if she's headed down Gari Main. Hard to tell with the amount of traffic that's been here. A good chance she went down Gari Main, which means we need to get to Treehouse Dam in a little while. Karula's tracks, it would have, well, wherever she had been yesterday, but would have brought her out from Philemon's cut line maybe. Interesting. Only her tracks by the looks of things, no tracks for the little ones, so she's probably left them somewhere and she's gone out hunting. That looks like it was this morning. Let's go to the dam first. It's been a while since those elephants were seen. Good possibility they are already making their way down to go to Treehouse Dam. Tracks for Karula, Bum Road, Gari Main Junction. Tracks for a male leopard here, but I think this might have been the other day. Yeah, oxpeckers. I can't see anything yet. Yeah, oxpeckers here at the dam. But there's no one here. No one here yet. It's a strong smell here. Aha. Leopard dung, I think. Covered by elephant dung. But scratched. But it's going to check its consistency. Excuse me. Oops. Very, very dry. Surely that can't be what's smelling so badly. Because it's dry. But quite clearly a big leopard that has deposited some dung. And like typical of a cat, he's drawn some elephant dung over it. Dung of a big male leopard. I'm going to go back up towards Philemon's cut line. Can't get an idea of where these elephants went. interesting. New tree on the road. And I can't say that it looks like there's been a vehicle coming around it. So not too fresh. Elephant are obviously somewhere deep within the block where they can't be seen from any of the roads that we've been trying to find them on. I'm going to actually turn around and go back to the beginning. Yeah, it smells like but it is the smell of a very strong smell of a carcass. Of course, once it starts smelling as bad as this, it's not likely to be anything around here anymore. An opportunity to listen out for those elephants if they're close by. If I'm just going to try, I think we've got a prevailing wind coming from the left. I'm just going to see if I can see something. Don't know. I pick it up and then I lose it, so it might be something that's blowing in from somewhere else that it's not really that localized. But then I've found once upon a time a dead lizard that started smelling off and was lying in the grasses. So it could be anything. Could be a kill deeper in, could be something really, really small close by. Really picking it up. Every now and then, just a whiff of it. Like there. Almost though it's coming through this gap in the trees. One of those mysteries, I guess. It's going to have to remain a mystery. No sign of pachyderms, unfortunately. Back to Philemon's cutline, I guess. If nothing happens on Philemon's cutline, we're going to go up Rebecca's Road, Zoe's Road. I don't know. Could do that. Could go back to Twin Dams. I think that was the plan all along. Now it's coming back past that area where we smelt something. See how strong it is now with the new nose for the fresh approach, different angle. No smell at all. Hello, little Franklin. We go that way. That's a good idea. Forgot it's Friday for everyone today. Happy Friday. Happy days, Fridays. And well, good luck for the weekend for everyone. We don't really have weekends. I guess we don't really need them. I'm trying to get some idea where these elephants could have gone, and I'm not having any luck. There's a lot of flattened grasses here from elephants over different times feeding on these marula fruits, and I'm going to have to give up on them. Other than taking a long walk, doing a big circle around this area, which will take me a little while. No time for that. So let's go back. We'll do Rebecca's Road. Maybe they've headed up that way. Certainly no, not looking like they went Gary Main, or they didn't go towards Treehouse Dam. I don't see their tracks crossing this road, so I don't think they are south of this road yet. But by the same token, I don't see them that they came from the south of this road, which is unusual. Maybe they're moving in an east-west direction. Around the base of every marula tree is very, very flattened, dry grasses. As day after day elephants visit these trees and collect the fruit, distributing the seed everywhere. Hello, starlings. Goodbye, starlings. And with this constant movement of elephants visiting these marula trees, there's flattened grass trails everywhere. Of course, it would be easy to see which is the freshest, given some time to walk around. See what we can find on Rebecca's Road. Actually, I think we've been on Rebecca's Road for a while. Excuse me, doves. Thank you. This little area is one of Mishu and Nduna's favourite spots as they were growing up. Between here and Philemon's Dip was just a few yards down the riverbed. A place where they spent a lot of time growing up. It was quite recently that I found one of them here. But no tracks to say that anyone's been here lately. Hello Sheila. Question on the marula fruits. Wondering if they're tasty. Sheila, they are delicious. Very sweet when they're ripe. A little bit tart, you know, they are very high in vitamin C, and just like any of the vitamin C fruits that we use commercially, the citrus, that gets these your jaw muscles. It sort of pinches the jaw muscles if it's not quite ripe. Nicer cold than warm off the ground. But it isn't really, it's not like you can bite into a marula fruit. It's not like you could peel it and take it off of the stone. It's quite a different fruit to eat, because you could really just suck the juices out of the pulp which is, I can't think of the texture is similar to a mango, but on a much smaller scale, in that a hairy mango has got all that fruit pulp around the hairy part of the stone or the tip. And except it's much smaller, so it's different. Kind of compare it to the structure more than the texture. And then of course you have the stone or pip inside, and inside that are the nuts. And a number of things are made from marula for human consumption. One of the tastiest is marula jelly. For toast and scones and croissants and peanut butter jelly sandwiches and that sort of thing. Pancakes. There are hundreds of bottles of marula beer being sold on the roads at the moment, along the side of the road. Not beer in the conventional sense, it's fermented marula juice. It does pack a bit of a punch. That's all the homemade stuff. The marula nuts will be coming out soon, because once the fruits have dried up and all that pulp around the stone is able to remove that, or it has been removed by insects, you can then pry open the stone and get the nuts out. Quite a laborious process, but very delicious nonetheless. Better eaten raw than anything else. They're lovely and soft, almost like a pecan. Yeah, I suppose like a pecan. Okay, I'll give up where these pachyderms are. Can't see anything from up here on Zoe's Road. We're going to go on to, let's go and have a look at Impala Plains quickly. a huge colony of bee eaters flying low over the open area, and a really beautiful view of the mountains. Somebody wanted a nice view of the mountains the other day. Well, this is one of the nicest views. And as we're getting into winter, the sun's going to be setting along the northern ridge of these mountains. Let me go back a little bit, actually. There we go. Well, I'm afraid we've lost control. Yeah. Let me just, excuse me a sec, folks, just want to check on something. Well, everybody, I'm sorry to tell you this, but although there's a really nice sunset going on and beautiful view of the mountains, the computer is doing what computers do. It's got a mind of its own, shutting off, switching on. We don't have control over the camera in terms of being able to zoom in and out and close the iris. And something is beeping, and it's going to be necessary for us, the computer it's the camera that's beeping this time, and that's not really a battery issue, that is a software issue or something. Just to let you know, Pete and Craig and Kat and Seb were up almost till midnight last night working on things. It looks like there might be another late night tonight. So, excuse me, please be patient, and I'm sure we'll get it all up and running by the morning. My name is Mark, Kat on camera, and Craig back in final control. From all of us here, Wild Earth Safari, take care and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow morning.